Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and I'm just checking that I'm plugged in. Hey Dan, thank you for subscribing. Dan Stepanov, just saw that notification. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello everyone joining us live. I'm playing some Arkham Horror, the card game today. Part 2 of our campaign playthrough of Return to the Night of the Zealot, which is the campaign from the core set mixed with an expansion that adds some cards, spices some things up, changes some stuff up. Hello, Adam. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Yeah. So we're going to be playing the Midnight... Well, sorry. Whoa. We're playing Return to the Midnight Masks today. For the first time, I've not played this before. I kind of started setting up the map a little bit just to save some time a little bit on setting up locations, but we're going to go through step by step all the instructions that change with the return to being added. We'll go through the setup. I'll also talk a little bit about the deck changes we did yesterday at the end of stream for those who couldn't stick around. And then, yeah, if you're looking for the deck, it is linked down in the video description, along with a bunch of playlists to other Arkham Horror, the living card game playthrough videos and stuff we've done on the channel. Hello, Janet. Hey, Chris. Welcome everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. And tomorrow we have an episode scheduled, same time, 12 Eastern. You can find that in the playlist down below in the video description if you want to set a reminder to come back for part 3 tomorrow, where we try to take on the Return to the Devourer below, which should be fun. I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to some surprises and changes, but yeah, after yesterday, I don't know. I don't know if I'm built for this stuff, this return to stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it's for me yet, but it's definitely cool how it changed things up and totally threw me for a loop yesterday. I was like blown away by how much had changed. Chris says, I have not played yet and saw the revised edition, so I ordered it. If I like it, should I wait for new revised sets if they come out or get the originals? That is up to you, Chris. Depends on what, I saw at my local game store, a bunch of stuff came in stock yesterday. Tons of packs from previous sets, including like Miskatonic University from the Dunwich Legacy Cycle, the most notoriously hard to find pack for the life of the game. For some reason, I think it has some cards in there people love for player cards, but that pack is like super hard to find. That happens with all the LCGs, like the first first pack is like so hard to find, goes out of stock and everything. But I saw a whole bunch of them come in stock in my local retailer. So FFG is still printing them. They're just they probably tried to have them come in stock like 3 or 4 months ago, but because of the shipping crisis around the world, you're gonna see some old packs flood in. So Chris, it's up to you. If you can find someone offloading stuff, maybe it's cheaper to get it that way. If you want to chase down packs and deluxe boxes from the old model, go ahead. All that's going to be different from the revised expansions coming out is the way they're packaged, is my understanding. So player cards in one box, campaign in another box, versus the old style of player cards mixed in and sprinkled in a deluxe box and 6 Mythos packs. $120 this way. The new way, it's like about $100 US, and you're getting everything, but you only have to track down 2 boxes. We're still waiting for the first one of those to show up, and Dunwich Legacy, the first cycle, is being repackaged, and that's coming early next year. So it's up to you. If you want to wait and start collecting them in just the boxes and supporting that stuff when it comes out, it's up to you, but maybe some stores are going to start putting the old packs on sale, especially as some of them go out of stock. But the risk you run is if you don't grab a whole cycle together, they may not be reprinting any more of it. So you got to be careful. So for example, the first cycle that's recommended to play after the core set is Dunwich Legacy. If you can find the deluxe box and the 6 Mythos packs all together, throw them on the same order, that's up to you. If you can't wait, you want to get it now, that's totally fine. You'll get all the same cards someone else would who would wait. It's just, if you can only find 4 of the 6 packs and you're hoping those last 2 show up in stock, you might have to hunt around for them. You might have to pay extra prices on eBay. Maybe they never come back in print. Who knows, right? Because I bet you the last printing of Dunwich Legacy product from the old model is probably already arriving at stores right now, and they will not print more of it, especially if the next one is at the printers already and they're already planning on it coming out early next year. So I'm sure they've already sent those files off to the printer, the new packaging, the new box art and all that stuff. So it's up to you. It's some of the packs you can probably find in stores easy right now, but they're going to start drying up. So don't say I didn't tell you so if you're still looking for 1 pack of a complete campaign to play through it and you just can't find that pack for less than double or triple the price, because that's what's been happening for the last few years. Now it's going to get even worse, as new product gets repackaged into revised editions. So yeah, so be careful. That's all. It's up to you. Your choice. You also spend more on it now, and depending if you buy from different stores, sometimes with the pack hunting, you have to order, I'll order 4 packs of a cycle from here, 2 packs of a cycle from here, and the deluxe box from a completely different store. And sometimes you don't get free shipping on all of that, or, that kind of thing. So you end up paying more overall on shipping because you're trying to hunt these packs down from different sources. So that's up to you. But yeah, I can't wait till the new 2-box model comes out. And it's just so easy. Just buy 2 products, One will come out 1 month, one will come out the next month or whatever. That I think is what they're going to do, separate the releases. But still, it'll be nice just to buy 1 box, get all the player cards from a whole cycle and not have to wait for other packs to release. So that's my 2 cents. I can't see the future, obviously, I don't know, but I'll leave it up to you to make the decision on that one. I personally, if I was just getting in the game, I would wait. I would buy the revised core set now, and maybe grab Edge of the Earth, the new expansions coming out that are repackaged. I maybe buy those. Maybe I'd grab a standalone set like Murder at the Excelsior Hotel or the Curse of the Rogaroo, and I'd play those and wait until Dunwich Legacy drops. That's kind of what I would do. I would just support the new model. The idea of chasing down packs is just silly. But again, some stores might start discounting that stuff, the old stuff, might start discounting it heavily just to clear it up because they know it'll just sit there collecting dust. So now might be a time you get in on some deals or something like that, or over the next couple months. You never know, right? Yeah, so it's up to you. But remember, they're only releasing Dunwich Legacy early next year. How often are they going to release all the cycles in the new release model? Is it going to take 2 full years before we see them all redone? So for example, Innsmouth Conspiracy, the last cycle that was released in the separate Mythos packs and deluxe box model, maybe we're not going to see that one till end of 2023 or something, So they might keep printing that one in the old model until closer to that time. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. But obviously right now with printing and shipping crisis and all that stuff, I'm sure we're not going to see that stuff come out fast. So, but then are they going to keep printing old stuff? Who knows, right? Who knows? But they have announced they're redoing all the packaging and release model for everything. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I do see people getting out of the game, selling off collections. That happens. That's a constant thing in living card games. You might be able to just find someone online who's selling a whole bunch of campaigns and their whole collection for, you know, a decent price. That's always another option. That's always another option. There's plenty of options right now. It's like definitely a really crazy time. Oh, oh, I have it on 5 minutes for the stupid thing. Man, I don't know what set that. Sometimes it just carries over from like an old stream. I was just goofing around with it before, but I'm sorry. Let me, I don't need to be a full 5 minutes. That's crazy. Welcome, Dan. Welcome. Oh my God. Hold on one sec. Let's see if I can change it. Yeah, let's see. Let's put it to like 1 minute. That do it? Okay. I changed it to 1 minute. I don't know. Sometimes I try to turn it off and it doesn't turn off when I schedule a stream and stuff. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with that thing. Layla says, nothing is ever up to us. When we watch you guys, hashtag Robin Mel made me buy it. Listen, we didn't make you do anything, I swear. And hello Layla. Yeah, another cool part with that mode, the subscriber only mode in the chat too, I find, is you don't have the random like spammers that sometimes happen, which is nice. And then sometimes there's trolls and stuff that will come in and throw some shade, and they don't want to subscribe because then their name pops up and everything, and then it's just like I find it's kind of like a deterrent to keep some people out of the chat, which is nice. But I'm still just goofing around with it, trying it out, so I don't always have it on. Mad Dog, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I'll see you in 1 minute. This is cool. Anyways, yeah. There is a member-only mode, which I may try at one point, but then I kind of like block people out who support us on Patreon, and I like don't want to do that. But it seems like a cool thing. I see people on Twitch use it all the time, where they just only let their members in. So it's like, you know, when the trolls start coming, which on Twitch, the trolls are all over the place. Because the audience on Twitch is all mainly young males. So yeah, they can get pretty rude on their mom's cell phones and stuff. So yeah, it's nice with that member only mode. On YouTube, it's not so bad, I find. Our audience is pretty cool. Mad Dog's there, nice. Yeah, that wasn't long. Yogi says, if Bob votes to cut the other guts, can we block him? Oh yeah, there is a user timeout feature. I can definitely put that to use, Yogi. Since you spent all the time building decks, I got an email for your message on the other 2 decks you sent this morning. So I'll take a look at those later. I don't know when we'll get to that, but and that would have been a good Halloween one, actually, to do that run. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll see. But thank you for sending those over. Velco says, well, Rob, wanting to believe it or not, you heavily influenced following games I spent money on. Uh-oh. I'm going to be in trouble here. Journeys of Middle-earth. Star Wars Rebellion. Okay, solid purchases. Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Yup. This War of Mine. Man. Runebound. Okay. Fair to say, my savings account is grateful. Nice. No, those are all good games. I don't know. They're all very, very loved games. Runebound's the only one that, like, you don't hear anyone talk about anymore, just 'cause it's been, like, not really popular, but, like, it's definitely still a solid game. But the other ones, like, holy, yeah, those are all big bombs. Big bombs. I mean, bombs in the good way. Those are huge drop games. Mad Dog says, I got Lost Ruins of Arnak after watching Rob's playthrough. Yeah, that's a cool game, which has like an expansion or expansions that came out. They have a like, solo campaign. Then I see there's like my local game store, there's some kind of leaders expansion that's like up for pre-order. Probably won't be the last. Nice. Anyways, all right, let's do a recap previously on Rob's gaming table. So yesterday, the awesome folks who hung around at the end of the stream to help decide what we're changing to the deck and how we're spending our experience or saving it. Thanks, Yogi, for the suggestions. Thanks everyone else who voted, and we figured it out. We got a glimpse of the unthinkable now in the deck. And again, this deck list is linked in the video description. If you want to bring it up, look at it while we play along and figure out what we're looking for in the deck, what to help us out and stuff. But Glimpse of the Unthinkable, a 0 cost 1 XP Seeker event. Has 2 intellect icons. Draw 1 card, shuffle any number of non-weakness cards from your hand into your deck, then draw that many cards. From the Harvey Walters starter investigator pack or whatever. So that's like a card to help me dig. And I thought of one thing. And I remember this was a thing I learned early. So gather around, children, gather around. Everyone gather around. Rob's gonna go back in the days, tell you a little bit about his gaming experiences getting into the hobby. So back, and I'm still not a deck builder by any means for any game, any of these living card games. I play them all, love them all, but like, man, I do not consider myself a deck builder. I can figure it out, but I feel like I'm no good. I always have to work with other people or net deck and try and play and tweak and stuff. You know, that's how I do it. But this game, there is one thing that kind of bugs me. And I nailed it down this morning. It clicked. This morning I was thinking about the changes we made to the deck and the cards we put in the deck and the new cards that I've seen playing this new cycle, because we only recently opened all the expansions we have, which is everything almost, and threw it all together. And Yogi we worked with Yogi to build some decks, and everyone started throwing some cards in. So this deck we're playing now has cards from like the whole card pool, right? So I'm seeing new cards I've never seen before. But one thing hit me when I was thinking about some of these new cards and the way we're building decks. And one thing that kind of, in my opinion, sucks, and the reason why I think it sucks, is because back when I was actually building decks and tweaking decks, back in, I'm assuming it was Game of Thrones, the living card game was like the first game I really got into building decks for tournaments and building decks for friends to come with me to tournaments and travel and all that stuff. So I got kind of serious with deck building and understanding, you know, how many cards to put in, what type of cards you put in. And one thing I learned in that deck building game, and I also learned it in all the other tournament games after that, you know, Legend of the Five Rings, Warhammer Conquest, Netrunner, like all these games. When you start putting in cards in your deck that help you tutor your deck, you know, dig for cards, find cards, help you find another card, you know, like, why put those cards in when that is their function? And instead to build a more efficient deck and a more fun deck and a more deck that just works in more cases and more matchups and can be more consistent over the length of a tournament, or in this case, the length of a campaign, is why not just put good cards in the deck instead of cards that look for the good cards? Why not just put more good cards? I don't think this card pool is built to do that, and it's kind of weird. But I started to understand over time, instead of putting a card that helps you dig through the top 10 cards, find this card for this weird situation, and then use it, instead of putting those situational cards and the cards that dig for the situational cards, why not just put in cards that actually do stuff? You know, efficiently costed cards that do actions and get things done. So in this game, I would think those are things that fight or evade monsters, things that get clues, things that save you on action points, things that draw cards, which saves you on action points, things that gain you resources more than the, you know, base level of 1 action point per card draw, 1 action point per resource. So just these efficient cards, just jam the deck full of 30 something efficient cards. So every time you draw something, it's not situational. It helps you achieve to either draw more cards. So when you draw into more card draw and draw into the cards, you start just seeing more good stuff, have a handful of cards, more options. So you can get clues, fight monsters, evade monsters, get the, you know, act deck advanced, try to find a good resolution. But what I noticed is in all these decks that I see online, decks from Yogi, decks we've had submitted in past contests and stuff, they all have tons of cards that are like, search for this, dig for that, grab this, pull out that. And it's like kind of sucky because that's all that card does, sort of, but at least the cards have skill icons in this game, because some games don't have the dual use cards, which I love. So even if you have a card that has a situational thing on it, as long as it can be used for a resource or something else, it's pretty good. But I started to realize like a bunch of the cards in this deck and even cards we're upgrading are helping us get these other cards. So I always find it weird, and it's hard for me to understand. I know we've talked about this kind of stuff before, but it sucks that instead of putting another weapon in my deck, for example, I'm putting cards that help me dig for weapons. But then I know that weapon is built around these other things that attach to it or reload it or that kind of stuff, you know? So it's like you're building the deck around these few things, and then you have all these cards to try to grab all the pieces and put it together. I know that's a style of deck and all, but it just feels weird. It feels weird how many cards exist in this game that are all about trying to dig for things, find things. But I guess it's thematic to the game, right? But it's just weird. I don't know. It's weird. So I learned just put like efficient cards in the deck that do things to help you advance the game. But yeah, it's definitely weird. Definitely weird. So that's why I think games feel very swingy in this game. If you draw the pieces to your build off the top of the deck right away, good times. If you draw the stuff that helps you find that stuff, okay times. But then you're wasting actions and instantly the game is not going to run as well. And then if you don't see those things that draw into the things you need, or the things you need at all, then it's just sad town, and it's just RNG's gotcha. So yeah, I find that weird in this game. It's just like how all the decks, lots of great decks are just full of so many cards that just like, yeah, they dig, or they try to find the pieces you need to do the things you want. But why not just put more things in the deck that do the things you need? I don't know. That's just my theory. I don't know. That's just my thought. That hit me this morning. I was just pondering it. I don't know the answer. It's just something weird about this game that just makes it different. And it's a good thing that it's different. And the decks feel weird, and it feels like the helplessness and the lost. It's like you're not always going to have the answers when the Cthulhu monsters and the unknown are messing with you. So I think it's done on purpose for theme too, but it's just a weird one, right? Because like this is a co-op game, so I shouldn't probably be looking at it like as, you know, a tournament deck builder kind of idea, like trying to be efficient and win tournaments. But I just thought of that. It was something I learned early in getting into card games, you know, a decade ago or whatever. And it's like weird in this game to see this. It's I don't know. It's just something. It's cool. So Yogi says, Rob, that Silas deck I sent you doesn't need tutoring. Yeah, I know not all of them do. I know some decks don't need it. And I know because I'm playing Guardian and they're all balanced around the weapons. They just do fighting. They're very narrow. That you can't just put tons of cards. Like you need the support cards in there. It makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, maybe that's skewing my view. But it was just something. Yogi says, there's no other space for more weapons. All your other cards are better than other weapons. But all the other cards, even the ones that search for stuff, you know, like, so here's my theory. So let's say like Glimpse the Unthinkable we're just looking at. That's what reminded me of it too. So you play this card, you're saying is better than just putting another gun in? I guess it helps you find more than just a gun. It could help you find an ally. But why not just put in another ally, you know? Because it's like you spend the action to do that, right? So it's like the action point thing that I think is the part that's like making me think this is weird. Because if this was an ally, let's say ally is what I needed, right? Let's say that's what I'm using this card for most of the time I play the deck. Let's say I'm grabbing an ally, right? Wouldn't it be better if that card slot was an ally? Because then I just use one action or the turn draw and I have that ally in my hand. Then I spend the action and the resources to play it. Versus this extra step here of I draw into this card. Now I got to play this card. That's an action over top of already just playing the asset. Then I got to find it. It's not guaranteed I find it. And then I have to play it, which is another action. It's just like in a game that's all about action efficiency and a time clock that's just, you know, you only have this many actions in a game and some randomness may shorten that or lengthen that. But I just find it hard, like why there's a card in here that draws cards and grabs something I need rather than just the thing I need. I don't know. This is what I find it hard because like in any tournament deck, I would never ever put a card like this in there. I would just put more of the cards I need. So that way it's like I'm not slowed down. I'm not falling behind my opponent in actions and time and I'm allowed to stay aggressive and that kind of thing. I don't know. That's just what I think. And I know not every scenario is about like rushing through and being super efficient with actions, but most are, right? That's all. So when I draw this, it feels bad instead of drawing a weapon, because now I'm going to go search for that weapon. Not only do I not find the weapon sometimes, but I now have to draw a weakness possibly. And it's just like, man, I'd rather just draw a copy of the Thompson again. Even if I have the Thompson in play, I'd just rather have the Thompson. And then I just, you know, throw that away. I don't know. I'm a noob, so I'm probably not correct. These are just questions I have. These are me pondering. This is what I think about while I'm eating my breakfast. This is what I do. Oh, I will love it. Oh, okay. So Silas deck, once I play that, then I'll realize like this is just Guardian problems I'm talking about here. All the cards are better than the icons except for skills generally. Ah, Dan says, what if you don't need an ally, but the ally? Ah. So there's the argument on the other side. So Dan makes a good point, is I don't need just any ally. I need this specific ally right now to make my deck work, make me get through this scenario. So it's worth it to put this in here to make sure I get that ally, rather than just put some junky, what's one of the ones like cheap allies that just come into play and do something less efficient or whatever. Good point. Good point. I like it. But how I look at this game is that, and most card games and most cards, how I value them is like, there are some cards that do amazing banana stuff, but what you have to nail it down to is that card. So in this game, to get through an ally, for example, just looking at ally cards, it's like they have a health and they have a sanity value and they have some skill icons up the side. Okay. So either that card's going to help me get through a skill test, which is huge in this game. That's like the majority of things. If you're winning your skill test majority of the time throughout a scenario, you're going to crush that scenario, right? I'm assuming you don't die. But the cool part about an ally is it can come into play and could soak up damage and stuff, right? So I look at that cost to like health and sanity. It's going to save me. The ability that's on the card, that's just icing on the cake. And yes, some of those abilities are amazing and make that ally the ally. But that's not how I look at these. And I know sometimes I should be valuing it more that way. Like you say, Mr. Rook yesterday. I saw Mr. Rook. I saw he has a really cool busted ability. But really, Mr. Rook, I just need you for your health soak and your sanity soak. And I just need you a body on the table. And maybe you're the soak that keeps my weapon in play when I'm told to get rid of an asset. This is how I start valuing these pieces of paper. Not so much as who Mr. Rook is and what he's going to do for me, other than save my life. That's how I value these allies. So to me, an ally is, you know, yes, some allies are better than others, but sometimes you just need an ally, right? So that's how I kind of look at that. Or in Guardian, you just need a weapon, like something to give you +1 strength or an extra damage. I don't care which one it is. I just need one. It's better than having 3 in my deck and then a bunch of cards to dig for them and a chance I don't see them. I'd rather just put 5 or 6 or something in my deck, so the odds of drawing from a 30-something card deck just makes it so I see them consistently more during mulligan. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. That's just me. Because also the downside, too, is with these digging cards, you want to see those early, too. And if you're wasting an early action in the game to dig and find something, you're also looking through the thickest deck you're going to see all game, which reduces the odds of finding those answers, you know? So, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I guess if you have a combo deck that's built around specific handful of cards, these search cards are needed for those type of decks, right? Yeah, just something interesting. I just noticed there's like so many cards in this game that search for things. But I think it's just the card pool is built different than most games I'm used to, right? That's all I think it is. And it's very thematic the way they do it too. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my side thought. That's Rob just rambling on about something. I don't even know if I came to some kind of total thought there, but let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. That's why Glimpse is a double book icon if you don't need to use it for the extra mulligan effect. Yeah, that makes sense. Every scenario is about rushing. Yes, just Guardian problems. Why is an ally in your deck if you are almost died to sanity? If you had Mr. Rook down, ignoring his ability, you would have been 2 more sanity away from suffering mental trauma. This is true. This is true. Instead of wasting an action digging for logical reasoning, and then another action playing logical reasoning, the other benefit of Mr. Rook is a fast search. Oh yeah, he saves you actions too, right? Yes. I don't remember his card that well. That's the other thing. Yes, he saves you action points too, that's what makes him busted, right? Where is this guy? Yes, it's a fast action. Yes, that's true. Oh yeah, I have it on the screen here. I could just look. Woo! Yeah, this one here. Yeah, it's got the squiggly, right? So it's just like, this is like do it whenever. You just gotta spend the secret on it. Yeah, I see that's kind of broken. How is he tabooed? What's his new taboo thing to fix this guy? Just out of curiosity. Does anyone know off the top of your head how they tabooed Mr. Rook? Is he just you're supposed to put him in the paper shredder, or and it pulls out the weakness too? Yeah, the weakness is like a balance thing, I feel. So it could be 2 fast cards removed. Instead of 2 draws. Hey, Michael. Oh, he costs 4 XP now. Oh, okay. So they didn't mess with his ability. I thought for sure they messed with the ability, make it cost like an action or something. But then again, you're drawing a weakness possibly, and you might not find what you're looking for and still just draw the weakness. I'm sure you just still draw something else, but you know, you don't find the answer you need maybe, and you just find a mediocre card or something. Anyways, that was just, yeah. Thank you, Yogi, for playing. Thank you, Dan. I'm glad to hear some other things. You know, it's just something I thought of. It's just like, at first I'm like, man, this sucks. Like, why do I have these cards in here? They're cool cards, don't get me wrong. And it's fun to try to dig and manipulate and tutor the deck and build a little engine tableau. You guys know I love doing that. But it's just something that was different. And it's cool. That's what makes this game feel so different to me than other even LCGs from the same designers and department and everything at Fantasy Flight Games. It's very cool what they've done here. All right, let's go and I guess get to the table. No, listen, Yogi, I'm not trying a deck of all weapons. I'm gonna try for a meme. I know that'd be funny. It's gotta be all weapons, and then all allies, and then maybe a couple cards, a couple emergency caches sprinkled in there for rolling, just to pay for all that stuff, whatever I see. But yeah, the only problem is I don't know, because I don't know the card pool well enough, is when you start jamming in weapons, they might only have a specific, and they probably do, they probably only have a specific set of skill icons across the left side, right? I'm assuming all weapons mainly have a strength icon, you know, maybe mix in an agility here and there. So like, that would hurt the amount of intellect icons you're looking for example. And I don't know if allies are the same way in this game. I don't know if that's a thing. Or maybe it's only the type of ally. So if it's like a guardian ally, they mostly have. I would assume each class has will see a certain type of skill icon on their cards more than another. I just assume that. I don't know if that's true. I'm sure Yogi will answer me, but and probably knows. But that's the other thing that would hurt the deck that I wasn't mathing into my pondering. Oh, so cool. It's cool. I just love discussing this kind of stuff and realizing this stuff. And it's part of the discovery of these games, right? These deep lifestyle games, as you get into them, as the pool expands, you start realizing things, and you start realizing, you know, what maybe was on the whiteboard in the design department as they're putting this stuff together, and what they were thinking about, and how to change the game and make it feel different, and try to pull some players from other games, you know, into these games. And it's neat. Dexter Drake, all assets. My final argument is Diana with her signature blade is probably 3 times better compared to Diana without it. So yeah, it's worth dedicating 5 or 6 cards to grab it. Yeah, that's Dan, that makes sense. And that's that specific type of build, right? Where it's literally centered around a couple specific cards. And it's not like the card pool has, you know, secondary blades that are almost as good. You can, you know, fill out another 4 slots with in her deck, right? That won't help her build as well. And every card game has that. Every card game has that extreme of where, like, if I don't see this, I lose. So then they jam in all those draw cards and tutor cards and stuff like that to, you know, to get things out there and go heavy on the mulligans and stuff like that. Yeah, just a thought. Let's see, I gotta play this Silas deck that Yogi's talking about, because that's totally a different style, a different play. And it doesn't matter what you draw. It's like you have stuff that's useful and helps towards the goal of the game. But yeah. Yeah, Rob, try that Diana deck, says Yogi, that you had on the side for Circle Undone. Oh, yeah. We had that secondary deck built, right? Yeah. Billy says, as long as I can get Flamethrower out, I'm happy. And Yogi says that entire point of that deck is about her signature blade. That's cool. That's cool, Dan. I like that that can exist, right? Like different play styles, different decks, different investigators that just have to be played and built. They have to be built different, right? Their decks have to be built different, which is cool. Just adds variety, and it gives something for every type of, you know, card game player, which is cool. All right. So I set up some of the scenario because I had it all together from when we played last week. So I just put the locations back out and stuff. But we're going to go through the setup and figure out how this stuff... I have some of the return to stuff here. I have some of the counter sets, some of the new return to cards here too. That we'll follow the setup and figure it out and get it all together here for the return to the Midnight Mass. Well, I just shuffle my deck. So I'm just gonna actually draw my opening hand right now though, before I even know anything about what is gonna change. Obviously, we just played Midnight Mass last week. I have a refresher of kind of how it works. Do I remember what is at every location and where these guys spawn and stuff? No, I don't. I remember some, but again, and I know there's a jerk face hiding in the deck there on the first card. I remember that from last week. And we're trying to collect cultists. This is what I remember. So we are going to mix it up and see if it messes even with the little bit I remember. And, you know, someone who's played this a whole bunch, which is not me. I've played this scenario maybe like 4 times total over the last year. But yeah. I'm looking forward to just seeing how they mess with what I saw last week even. All right, so let's draw. And see what we get here to start. All right, we got a machete. We got crack the case. Okay, some nice resources. We got flashlight. Oh, we got bandolier and a dynamite blast. Would it be wrong to just keep these 4 cards and throw away this? Because that's where I'm thinking. Because I have flashlight, a bandolier that'll help me if we see Tommy gun. It also just, you know, maybe damage soak. I don't have an ally though, so maybe not. Maybe I keep machete. Not even flashlight, maybe. If I'm going for ally, I'm keeping machete, tossing the rest. See, okay. Yeah. So Yogi says keep machete, ditch everything else. Maybe keep flashlight. Well, I do have 2 flashlights, so I feel strong that I'll see one soon. But I remember this one's about gathering clues, right? At least the existing Midnight Mass was gathering clues to help get cards off a cultist deck, get them into play. And if you don't get the clues, you're not going to see those cultists, and you're not going to be able to go deal with them and then get the scenario as complete as possible. So it really is, clues is the foundation of the scenario, I feel. And without gathering enough of them, you're toast. Dan also says keep weapon, toss the rest. Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 schools of thought. I was thinking like, okay, I could start building up a little tableau of useful things here. I got some money injection too, and hopefully I'll draw into something good. But yeah, just keep a machete. I want to see an ally. That's the one thing that's missing from this. I did not think of right away. So we'll throw this aside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we draw into. Oh, Dark Pact. Let's draw a replacement. Oh yeah, this is why Yogi wanted me to throw away a machete, or keep machete and throw away so many cards. He wanted to see Mr. Rook. So I do too, I'm just joking. All right, so yeah. Mr. Rook, Glimpse. Man, what's this crap card? I don't want to draw on my deck and find things. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. I mean, Mr. Rook is a 2/2 for 3. I mean, that's not bad. Okay, then we got some resource funds here. So no Thompson though, and no strength buff from Gret Wagner or anything. And I don't know how the enemies in this one are going to mess with me. Are they going to be as bad as last scenario yesterday, where like the enemies are just out of control? It felt like they really buffed them up. They really put some dirty enemies health stats in there. You don't want me to just lose Mr. Rook out of my hand? Oh yeah, I need Lita. That's Lita or Gret. But Lita would be better, right? Isn't she like free? Or she's very cheap. Don't tell her I said that. Just kidding. Nobody messes with Machete. Yes. All right. All right, let's... Okay, feels cool. All right, there's my hand. Now, let's do some setup. Let's bring up the app and let's see what it tells us to do. Return to Night of the Zealot. Let's click it, if I can find it on my screens here. So we should be able to just click start. Oh yeah, he's got a trauma. I see it there. Look at that, sticks out more because it's red on the blue rather than the last time it was blue on blue. So we have a physical trauma. We're starting at 8 health basically. Oh yeah, I forgot we could add side scenarios in here. I never think of that with the core set too much, but yeah, you could definitely prolong it. Yep, we're gonna play with this investigator, sure. Check campaign notes. If Lita was forced to find others to help her case, but that's has a big red X on it, so I'm assuming not. So in the wake of the disaster at your home, Lita Chandler, the red-haired woman from your parlor, lays out a tale that, even in the light of what you have just witnessed, strains the limits of your belief. The creatures in your home, she claims, are called ghouls, cruel beings who plague the crypts, caverns, and tunnels beneath the city of Arkham. And who will deal with those? Batman. These creatures feed on the corpses of humans, and they are served by a dark cult within Arkham, whose members have inexplicably come to worship the ancient master of the ghouls. This cult has been killing innocent people and feeding them to the ghouls, satiating a monstrous hunger. A dark balance was maintained until now. Recently, Lita continues, one of their layers, where the corpses were stored, was destroyed. Since then, the ghouls have been more active than usual. I have tracked their movements and tried my best to stop them from running amok throughout the city, but I think there is something worse going on. The cult has been planning something darker and something more ominous than anything I have yet observed. Indications are that this plan shall come to fruition tonight, shortly after midnight. Beyond that, I cannot fathom what to expect. Many of the cultists, Leah continues, will seem like everyday people despite their foul intentions. Whenever the cult meets, its members don masks shaped like skulls of various animals to protect their identities from one another. These masks are our mark, symbols of death and decay. We must unmask the cultists to expose and derail their plans. We have but a few hours. The more cultists we find before midnight, the better. Set up. Why does this scroll so much? Oh yeah, I can pretend I'm scrubbing. There we go. So gather all cards from the following encounter sets. So I grabbed like everything here. I just threw everything on the table. Gather all encounter sets from the Midnight Mass, Return to the Midnight Mass, Chilling Cold, Night Gaunts, the Devourer's Cult, the Locked Doors. These sets are indicated by the following icons. So I do have this too, which just shows you what changes up if you're not using an app. Perform the setup as indicated on the Night of the Zealot campaign guide with the following exceptions. When gathering encounter sets, also gather the new encounter sets for Return to the Midnight Mass shown here. So it looks like one's getting replaced, the cultist one, this one, the one that has these jerks in it, these cultists that we're so used to getting doom on them, and their little buddy here that loves building up the doom, making you run around the board trying to kill these cultists instead of winning the scenario. But I guess you have to do it. They're going to be replaced, so I'm going to throw them back in the box. If I can find where they go. Oh, they're called the Dark Cult. And the Dark Cult will be replaced with... What are these guys called? They have a name. The Devourer's Cult. The Devourer's Cult is what's going in instead. Okay, I don't know what these guys do, but we'll hopefully not see during the playthrough. I mean, hopefully we see them during the playthrough. Okay, so they're in there. Then, if I go to here, so those are the white icons, second to last. We have locked doors or whatever. They're in here. Okay, locked door. Then we have the Night Gaunt little deck here. Okay, that goes in. We have the Obscuring Fog and Crypt Chill from the last scenario is in there. Then the Midnight Masks have is this new? Yeah, these are new ones. This is the old ones. So the Midnight Masks normally have these encounter cards. But now we have 2 new ones to add in from the Return to set. So we'll throw those together. And then we gather those. Now it says, so we have these, the normal 5 cultists we saw last week in our playthrough. It says, set the Cult of Umar-Doth encounter sets, set aside a separate cultist deck, shuffle the deck, and remove 3 random cards. So remember, because it told us to gather these ones from the Return to, we have 3 new cards. They have the black little symbol now instead of the white one on here, or the, I guess the see-through one, or and we're gonna mix that one in. I guess we shuffle them all in, and we're gonna move 3 random ones. So I guess technically you could remove the 3 that just got added, if your luck goes that way. But we're gonna shuffle them, and then remove 3. So there is 3 new ones that could be in, maybe not. Maybe we see a couple of them, maybe we don't. Maybe they're at the bottom of the deck and we don't draw them. So even if you played this scenario and memorized, you know, I'm sure there's some out there who've done it, is like, okay, I go here, I know I spawn cultists as fast as possible, and I know they're gonna go here, here, and here, or whatever, because they all have spawn points, right? But they obviously have messed with that, I assume. Yogi says, but that's only 5 cultists. Where's the 6th? Hey, Matthew. Oh, man. It is going okay. It's going okay so far. We haven't started playing yet. It's all downhill from here, of course. It's all downhill from here. All right, so I shuffled these up, and we're going to remove 3 at random. What do we got? 8 cards? I got a D8 here. Let's just remove some random ones. We're going to remove 7, 8, and 5. So 8, 7, and 5. Okay. And that is our little side cultist deck. And we're not going to look at these. We're going to throw these out of the shot. We don't know what they are. Who could be there? Who knows? All right. Construct the Act deck using one of the 2 copies of Agenda 1A. Okay, so like last scenario changed, what did it change? The Act deck. This one is also changing a deck, but it's the Agenda deck this time, which is this one. So we have a new Agenda 1A, which looks the same to me. I'm not going to flip it. I know what's on the back of one of them. I definitely know from last week. But I don't want to know, so we're gonna shuffle it up, and this is super cool, so it's gonna mess with us, and we don't know who we're gonna see. I'm assuming it has to be a cultist, unless they have another way of mixing in a 6th cultist, because the Act deck I don't think is changing, and that's requiring 6 unique cultists to complete it this way to advance. So it has to be a cultist. It's probably just a different one, I would assume. But again, don't spoil it. I haven't looked. I don't know. I kind of wish we just played with the other one, but now I've shuffled them. I don't know. Let's see if I can tell by the copyright data. Nope. Sneaky buggers. Okay, so we'll just put this one, and this one's out of play. Okay, randomly put 1 of each of the following locations into play. Oh, yeah, okay. I see what they did here. So normally you have South Side and Downtown. They're 2 random options for each, right? But now East Town, North Side, Miskatonic University, and Rivertown all have different possible options, right? Oh, no. Look. They're actually going to replace them, I think. Randomly. Oh, no, it says randomly. Randomly put 1 of each of the following locations into play. Remove the other versions of those from the game. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're just doing what I thought. We're just gonna shuffle, and we're gonna do Downtown like normal. We're gonna do all the other ones. So we're gonna go through here. All right. We'll just put them out of play. Downtown. And then it says, then put Graveyard, St. Mary's Hospital, and Your House into play. So those are always the same. Graveyard's gonna be the same as before. I don't remember if we even went there. St. Mary's Hospital, there was healing there. And then Your House, which I think whether you burn it down or not, you have in the play. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is upside down. What? I didn't read it, but they're all facing the right way, right? Yeah, okay. I just messed one up. I noticed there was no lock symbol on the one, but all right. Rivertown. Okay. Anything else specific I can do? Because there's one player in the game, no changes are made. And if we're playing with more, they would be spawning. I know before it was like spawning cultists or something out of the deck. Okay. All right. Check campaign notes. If your house is burned to the ground, it's not. Has a red X on it. Check campaign notes. If your house is still standing, it is. So each investigator begins play at your house. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards from the previously gathered encounter sets to form the encounter deck. Oh, and check the campaign notes if the ghost or the ghoul priest is still alive. Oh man. So this jerk is going back in to drive us insane. Even though we didn't see him really in the first one. We didn't make it that far, really, but note some effects first encounter in the scenario may cause doom to be placed on enemies. Remember that doom on enemies counts towards the total doom that will advance the agenda. All right. And start playing the scenario. So we have to yeah, we'll read the act and agenda. I guess we'll just throw it out of the way. Put our hand there. Oh yeah, let's keep our soothing melodies nearby. Hopefully we draw into our little sideboard there. Is that all we need to do for sure? I think so. I think so. Okay, so I'm just gonna pile shuffle here just to break it up. Yogi says, now I will start drinking hard whiskey once Mr. Rook is randomly discarded. No. Dan, the app is on Android and iOS. Just go in the App Store and search Arkham Cards. Arkham Cards in iOS or Android, depending what you have. Yeah, it's a really cool app. I just started using it like last week, but I wish I used it before. Actually, I did use it like months ago, but it was just to search cards and browse cards while I wasn't near a computer, and I'm just like waiting in line somewhere. I'd be like kind of like looking at decks on there and stuff, but I never used it to like play a full campaign until last week. So this is our second time using it, so I'm still like figuring it out, but it's definitely a very cool app. Lots of work put into it, obviously. Okay. We got a cultist deck here, a counter deck here. Let's read what's going on here. This should be the same as before. Predator or prey. Lita seems convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes that a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you, too, are being hunted. So it has a resign and a 6 doom threshold. Resign is you don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you gathered. So the idea in this one is to find as many cultists and throw them in the victory display before midnight, I guess. Uncovering conspiracy. You have one night to find the members of the cult and unveil their plans. The more members of the cult you can find and interrogate before midnight, the better. And there's an action on here. The investigators spend 2 clues per investigator, so just 2 clues because we're playing solo. As a group to draw the top card of the cultist deck. Objective, find as many unique cultist enemies as you can and add them to the victory display. If there's 6 unique cultist enemies in the victory display, advance. Note, not all 6 of them are in the cultist deck. Because we know there's only 5, and who knows who's in there. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully we see some new ones, but we might not. Just want to make sure we did everything on here. Oh, it says if you're instructed, this is different. If you're instructed to search the encounter deck for an acolyte, search the encounter deck for 1 Oh, any 1 health cultist enemy instead. Okay, we gotta remember that's a thing. Gotta remember that's a thing. Okay. Your house. I don't know if I've ever started at your house. Despite what happened, you just couldn't bring yourself to destroy your home. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Your house. 2 shroud, 1 clue. Forest. When the ghoul priest spawns, spawn it here instead of its normal location. Action. Draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. Limit once per turn. You still feel uneasy about going back. Yeah, no kidding. Weird. So it's at least a place that gives us a clue, but... So the ghoul priest is going to spawn here and then come mess with us is what it's doing. Huh. Okay. Draw a card and gain a resource, you say? Okay. So if I draw a card and gain a resource, I could play both Mr. Rook and Machete to start the game. I also could do that by just playing a emergency cash. But I mean, why not, right? I'm going to do it. Any objections? Any objections? Speak now or forever hold your peace. But I'm thinking of using this action on my house. Draw a card, gain a resource. That way I have 6 resources. I might see another card. Maybe I prioritize that instead. But at least, worst case, I'm going to put Machete and Mr. Rook into play. Call that a turn. But, the only thing is drawing a weakness. Our weakness, Dark Pact, or the, yeah, but we're going to draw anyway. So it's like, yeah, why not, right? Sounds good, Michael? All right. So I don't know. Sometimes there's like, yeah, what's the, exactly, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Do you have discard all cards in hand? Yeah, and that's Yogi. That's why I was stopping and thinking for a minute. I'm like, wait, is there some way I could lose these from hand by doing this? After the last scenario, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, nice. Nice. Again, we don't have the money for a bit, but we have emergency cash. And we're going to gain a resource. Oh, man, that feels good. All right, so we're going to spend 3 on Machete, 3 on Mr. Rook. And we're broke. For now. Oh, man, this is good. We're actually going to get charisma to use. Hopefully I don't have to ditch this for some stupid test or something, but I'm going to try my best not to do it. But you never know what this deck is going to make us do. All right. Done. Enemies, no. Ready up. Draw. We found a shortcut. So I'm going to use this on a will test this first chance I get. All right, then, oh, gain a resource. Our hand limit is definitely good. We're at 5 out of 8. Let's slap a Doom. 1 out of 6. And... oh, use Mr. Rook's fast right now? Yeah, that's true, right? Oh, should I? Oh yeah, I gotta put 3 secrets on him. Let's use 1. Let's use 1 right now. I forgot the whole fast thing. Yeah, I gotta remember. So, Mr. Rook, I can spend 1 search, or 1 secret, which I just did. Whoop. So he has 2 left. Search the top 3, 6, or 9. For any card, draw it. If at least 1 weakness is among the search cards, draw 1 of them as well. Shuffle your deck. How far are we going here? What do you guys want? 3 cards, 6 cards, or 9 cards? Obviously 9 is more likely to see a weakness. But like, what are we looking for? Should we just do 3 for fun? 3 would put us... 3 would have put us to 8 cards in hand, right? Yes, so we'd still be good. You want us... oh, sorry, we're not drawing 3. We're looking at 3. Do the whole 9? Oh, Adam, have fun at work. Sorry to hear that. Michael says 3. See? I'm on the 3 or 6 train right now. But Yogi wants to see us run around with a weakness right from the start of the game. Well, if we see Dark Pact, though, and we see Cover Up, I'm not so sad. Your weakness is kind of tame. Might as well go 9. Says Dan. The only one is cover up. I don't want to see cover up in the cultist scenario where I need clues to get cultists off this deck. 9 is more efficient. And Arkham, I don't know if I could say that with weaknesses in the deck, but all right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're first gonna look at the top 3 and see what Rob and Michael would have looked at, okay? Which actually would have been, sorry, it would have also included a shortcut, but we're gonna pretend we'll just do it after the draw step, whatever, in some kind of player window. You get a card plus 1 weakness. Yes, 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 I understand. So watch this. So if we did 3, it'd be Thompson, Mr. Rook, and Flashlight. I would get no weakness. I'd grab the Thompson or the Flashlight and call it a day, okay? That's what I would have done. That's what me and Michael, being sane players at this point, would have done. Not greedy little boys like Yogi. So let's say we looked at 6, which I would have gone the middle ground, you know. We would have had a vicious blow of guts or a logical reasoning to choose from. Still no weakness. Now, we're going to go with Dan and Greedy Yogis. Full 9 cards. Let's see what the full 9 cards would get us. And I bet there's like 2 weaknesses in here. Oh, no weakness. Lita, Chandler, Roland 38 special. Okay, Yogi and Dan, you win, all right? Lita's in there, all right? You win. You guys are better. But yeah, I still would have been happy at 3. You win, Yogi and Dan, for saying 9. We found Lita. Boom, he says. Now you can say, I told you so. All right. No weakness, though. I'm very surprised by that. I'm very... Keith says, listen to the experts. All right. I can eat crow on this one, or whatever it's called. I'll eat that humble pie. That was definitely fun, though. I thought for sure we'd see a weakness, and I was super excited when I thought it would be on the last one, but it didn't work out for it. Okay, so we're grabbing just Lita. Is Lita the play here? Is everyone okay with Lita? Is there anything better than Lita? Would I grab the Thompson? I don't think I'd grab the Flashlight, but I mean, like I said before, I was not worried about seeing flashlights anytime soon. It's definitely there. Probably the Lita to just put in play instead of Gret, right? Because Gret's like 5. But again, she discovers clues. And is there a world where we replace Mr. Nick, or Mr. Rook, sorry. Mr. Rook. I don't know why I called that, but Mr. Rook here. And then we have Lita and Gret together. And we're ripping clues and killing enemies like crazy. Dan ranks number 1 Lita, 2nd the signature gun. Oh, Roland 38 special. Oh yeah. Because that gives that could give us the fight we need, right? Because with the clues on locations. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll get Gret out once we've used up Rook's secrets. Okay. Card 10 will be weakness. We can peek. We can peek. No, it would have been another Gret Wagner. We're gonna shuffle anyway, right? So, all right. Lita, we're grabbing Lita. Okay, Lita is the call. Lita seems to be. We're getting the Lita chant going in the chat. So yeah, the 38 special would be cool too. Over the Thompson, maybe even. Just do a little shuffle. All right. Lita. Okay, so that's Mr. Rook's ability. You can do it all like... Oh, you gotta exhaust him? Oh, that's right. That's why you can't do it all like in the same window. Gotcha. All right. Mr. Rook's exhausted. We did a card, got a resource, put a doom here. Now we're drawing a card off here. Right? We didn't do that yet. Are you serious? Oh, man. All right, we're engaged with the Ghoul Priest. Just like that. Just like that. Can we scoop and start over? Holy. This is stupid. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think Mr. Rook is going to go bye-bye. Because I honestly, I'm seriously thinking about playing Lita. I'm seriously thinking about playing Lita, an attack of opportunity, killing Mr. Rook, and then using Lita's +1 fight, plus machete, and we're doing, we can kill this guy in like 2 shots. I do have a shortcut, yes. What are you thinking? I could evade him. I could evade him instead, try to evade him with Inquiring Mind first. And then exhaust him. Then I don't have to take the attack of opportunity if I succeed at that. The reason why I didn't want to play shortcut, why I wouldn't have even thought of that Yogi moving before I drew the encounter card. A, I wouldn't think I would draw a Ghoul Priest. B, if I drew an enemy, I'd want it to be on a place with a clue. I don't remember if there's clues here. And I want that clue. I want that clue. Here we go. Use Mr. Rook turn 1. He's technically ready. So you could use his fast now on turn 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Because, yeah, I should have used him on my turn, right? And we pretend I did that. And then you're saying now, you know what? I just want to see. I know there's like timing windows all over the place, but let's see if I can get it off the rules thing. Where is that in the rules reference? Yeah, right here. Yeah, we had like the worst first scenario ever. So yes, we got the Ghoul Priest. He's on the top of the deck too. That's like the worst shuffle. Okay, so you're saying enemy phase. Okay, no, Mythos phase. Where is this? Mythos phase. Round begins. Place of doom. Oh, right after drawing the encounter card, there's a player window. And I can do it during that. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, okay. I got you what you're saying. Okay, so I use this little free Mr. Rook. Okay. 9 cards again? Should I do 9 cards again in this situation? Getting my weakness would suck, but... yeah, I hope not to miss him. We want reliable. So 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Supposedly we're looking for reliable. What else could we be looking for? Yeah, I don't know. But reliable is the play, I guess. We're going 3. So we got Dark Pact is for sure most likely the one I'm going to grab. So we have Roland's 38, Dark Pact, and Bandolier. Oh, Hallowed Mirror would be good too, yes. We got Unexpected Courage, Crack the Case, and an Inquiring Mind. We have Shortcut, 45 Thompson, sorry, and another Gret Wagner. So we know we have to take Dark Pact. That has to happen. And it's our only choice. Okay, got Dark Pact. Now, we didn't see Reliable. I'm thinking Bandolier out of what you're saying. That's probably a good call, right? But also, I mean, Unexpected Courage or Inquiring Mind would not be too bad. Yeah. Thinking the Hallowed Mirror would have been nice, but it's not here. Feel like the Thompson maybe. But again, the money for that, I still want to play Gret. Now I want to play Dark Pact. I don't have any money. So these expensive cards are probably not the play. Maybe we just grab Inquiring Mind. Like, man, another high skill. It would probably make sure that this guy takes his lickings. It's just to help drag one-offs in Bandolier, Hallowed Mirror, the Thompson. That's wrong, Arkham. Yes, Ultraviolet. Yes. I'm thinking that, but again, it'll help get clues too, right? Like this will help get clues off locations too. But I have one, but like, man, just getting skill icons. So the one-ofs talk is getting like Bandolier, Roland's 38 Special, or Thompson into play. I'm thinking maybe Roland's 38 Special, but again, a Bandolier is needed to make that really work, right? So yeah, that kind of answers that question, I guess. Let's do Bandolier. But man, I'm a sucker. I see Unexpected Courage and this Inquiring Mind. And that, to me, I just see defeating enemies, passing encounter tests, and getting clues off locations as improved skill tests results. But yeah, that's where we go. It's just Yogi. I love that card. Like I see three wild icons on it, and it's just like seems so good. And clues on locations in this one, I feel is going to be a common thing. But yeah, I have one in hand already. But I just see that card, and I just it's one I also don't have to like put into play and take an attack of opportunity to get something done. But yeah, no, it's all good. Oh, when I see that deck, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're engaged with the Gold Priest here. He's in our threat area. So we're gonna play Lita. And this guy's gonna do an attack of opportunity. And we're just gonna kill off Mr. Rook. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so he takes the 2/2 from this guy. Then we're gonna fight this guy with action number 2. And we're gonna use a machete. So we get +1 for the fight from machete, so we're at 5. Then we get +1 from Lita. So we're at 6. 6 on 4. I feel is what we're just gonna roll with. And this guy might not die right away. It might take a couple rounds of punching him, but we'll see. He's 5 health. So we're +2. Oh yeah, I didn't even read this. What's the skull do? Skull is minus X. X is the highest number of doom on any cultist enemy in play. That's what we got. So it's 0. The cultist is -2. Place 1 doom on the nearest cultist, and the tablet is -3. If you fail, place 1 of your clues on your location, which kind of helps me in some situations, maybe. All right. So because of Machete, he's the only one engaged with me, and Lita says when investigate your location successfully attacks a monster enemy. This guy has the monster trait. So I'm attacking a monster enemy. So I'm doing 3 damage. Ew. 2 more and he's dead. But now I need to pass this one. If we pass this one, I'm feeling really good. But if we don't, then he's going to hit me again. And then we're going to have trouble for the rest of the scenario probably. Because either Lita will be at 1-1 or I'll take a bunch of damage in horror. And I kind of don't want to be taking so much horror literally on like the second round of the game. But -2. Yes, yes, yes. This guy is dead. And that, my friends, is victory 2. Let's put our victory here, I guess. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's put our victory up here. Let's put our sideboard here. Let's keep this nearby and put our bag here. Our bag nice and reachable. We're going to need it a lot. Okay, that feels like a good turn-ish. Enemy phase, done. Reset. We're going to draw on the hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gain a resource. And then a doom. And a draw. Oh, this has got a new card. Masked Horrors, Power, Scheme, Revelation. Each investigator with 2 or more clues takes 2 horror. If no horror is dealt by this effect, place 1 doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause the current agenda to advance. Ooh, Mordoth. Ooh, Mordoth. Okay. So that's good to know. Okay, so 3 out of 6 now. Oh yeah, duh. I do have 1 clue, but I don't take the horror still, right? It's the 2 clues? 2 or more clues. Yeah. 2 or more clues. That still doesn't happen. Yeah, I forgot to do Roland's ability again. Loquitur, how's it going? It's going good so far. I haven't played the Return 2 scenarios yet. Yeah, neither have I fully. This is our second scenario of it. Yes, thank you everyone for the reminder on that. Oop, there's a... Okay, let's see. Now what are we doing? Obviously leaving our house, I think. We're gonna move to Rivertown, which... oh, it does have a clue. Okay, 1 shroud, 1 clue. Whoops. Then we're gonna do just a classic investigate, I think. Just debating. I'm going to play Emergency Cash. I'm going to take 3 resources for a couple reasons. I want to play Gret Wagner now. I also would love to end my turn with a clue on my location. I know it's not a high shroud. I could just investigate it normal. But, I mean, if an enemy drops on us there, at least I can get it off my ability. But I just want to build myself up and prepare myself a little more, because I feel like I didn't get to do that well, but Also, it gets some cards out of hand, so when I draw, I'm not, you know, pitching other cards that are great. Then I will play Gret using, I have Charisma, so 2 ally slots. I'll spend the 5. And now we have 2 extra +1 fights, plus the +1 fight off Machete. And so that we're +3 on fight, so we're like 7. By default, I have some more plays for Horse Soak. And I have a way to get extra clues off locations if needed from Gret Wagner. Or if we see our weakness, I guess. Oh, I do have On the Hunt. Oh, it's fast, yes. But I don't have the money for it now. Yeah, I don't have the money for it yet, but yeah, that's true. I kind of I could use this when I'm at a location with just higher like at a higher shroud location. I'd rather kind of do that at if we don't have any enemies, just to kind of get it going quicker so we don't get stuck. But because here, if I don't get an enemy, I'll just investigate it normal with 3-on-1. I feel would be okay. But I also should probably start hurrying and pulling cultists off the deck. Anyways, all right, so that's my turn. Yeah. Enemies, no. Reset. Draw. The Thompson. 1 resource. Doom. Draw. You will have the money. You spent it instead of drawing the encounter phase. What did I do wrong? You will have the money. Oh, because I can spend it in the player window is what you're saying. I see. Okay. Let's play On the Hunt. Before drawing, right? Oh, it's right now. It's fast when you would draw an encounter card. I see, it replaces. I should have reread the card. Instead, search the top 9 cards in the encounter deck for an enemy, spawn it engaged with you instead of its normal spawn location, and shuffle the encounter deck. You cannot draw the top card. If you cannot draw the top card in the encounter deck. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we got Hunting Night Gaunt. I mean, that would be 2 actions to kill this thing. That's our only choice. Okay. So he spawns there. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, so we got him engaged with us. We're going to shuffle. Once again, RTFC. Either way, though, I still feel like I should have saved it for later when I'm at like a 4 shroud location or something. That's what I was trying to get at. Even if it does replace it and I read it wrong. Yeah, I know, Bob. I know. RTFC. My own slogan. Yeah, I definitely am not immune to that for sure. I definitely do it all the time. Yeah, well, I thought like I don't want an enemy to spawn here really because it's just a 1 shroud, but I thought instead of just getting the clue off and standing there like an idiot on an empty location, I kind of don't want to do that. So I'll just prep up. But that's what I kind of meant, but it's all good. All right, let's cut it. And okay. Let's fight this guy, I guess. He is a monster enemy actually, so I do get I mean, it doesn't matter with the extra damage off this, because I still have to do 2 actions to fight it. Unless I add a vicious blow, which I do not. Then I could do it all in 1 action. Okay, so let's just fight this guy twice. We are, what did we say? +3, 7 on 3. 7 on 3, so even the -4 won't tank us. -2, we're good. shuffle it up. We'll attack again. +1. Okay, sure. So this guy's dead. And he's not a victory point. We'll get our clue. That's 2 actions. Our last action, we're going to do this. Spend 2 clues. We're going to spend 2 clues. And we're going to draw our first cultist. It is nice to get it out of the way. It feels good, actually, that we got the Ghoul Priest and the Knight gone out of play. The only thing when we get these enemies out of play early, I find, is one of the next agenda flip will like shuffle it all back in, and it's kind of annoying. But it's fine. Okay, so we found Billy. Oh, there's a new one. We did get a new one. It's got the black filled in icon there. Billy Cooper, the Crooked Cop. A 5/4/2. Spawn at Easttown Forest after a monster enemy is defeated at Billy Cooper's location. Add Billy Cooper to the victory display. Easttown. Okay, so we've already seen 2 monster enemies go away. Are there more? Are there more that we could fight here and get him easier rather than just fighting him? But, I mean, we can just fight him because that's what we do, so. It just would save actions and get rid of a monster too. Okay, and then it's our turn. Enemy phase, no enemies, right? This guy's just gonna chill there. Ready up, draw. 6, 7, 7 cards, resource. So we got crack the case. Oh, okay. Okay. Then we'll put a doom. We're at 5 out of 6. You're going down, Billy. Oh no. We got 2 Billies. What are we gonna do? If ever I say anything bad about a Billy Spencer in the chat, I don't mean you this time. I mean Billy Cooper on the board, just so you know. What is this guy? This is from the new little cult deck or whatever. Disciple the Devourer, 3/1/1 humanoid cultist, spawn farthest empty location. Forest, after you spawn Disciple of the Devourer, you must either place 1 doom on it or place 1 of your clues on its location. If the current agenda is not agenda 1, do both instead. Well, it's agenda 1. We're going to advance next turn anyway, so part of me wants to... I just put a doom on him anyway? Like, I think that's what you do here. Farthest location is either, I think, north side, right? Because I have to go 1, 2 to get to it. And I can, or downtown is 2 away. No, wait, downtown, yeah, 1, 2. So downtown, north side are both 2 away. Also, St. Mary's Hospital is 2 away. But everything else is 1 move away. So where do I put this guy? Downtown, north side, or St. Mary's Hospital? Where am I going here? Like, he can just sit there for a while. I don't really care about him. I kind of want him to go where I know a clue will be, and I don't know. I'm assuming every location has some clues. Yeah, so I'm gonna put him. Oh, that means this is gonna flip, and we're gonna get an enemy too. So maybe I don't want to put him where I'm gonna go, because I have that other enemy gonna jump out. Let me think here. Trying to be sneaky. Oh, this I can only play during my turn to do a little move action there. Okay, let's put him north side. Yeah, I understand the Doom check was before, and that's what I'm saying. The next round, Doom is going to advance anyway. So putting Doom on him now doesn't matter because it all is going to go away anyway. So yeah, that's all. I know it's not advancing yet, but it will. So I'm thinking if I'm going to go fight this guy or go in a certain direction, I don't need this enemy being tied up with me at the end of the round because I'm going to probably have another enemy tied up with me. So I got to be careful here how I end it this round is what I'm saying. All right, so this guy will go here. We're ready to go. It's our turn now. And I feel like just going to East Town and fighting Billy Cooper. Because I don't think I'm going to see monster enemy for a while. Because this guy's a cultist. I feel all the other ones in here are cultists. None of them are monsters. This guy's probably a cultist, not a monster. Could be the old guy. Could be the new guy from the new deck. I don't know. Yeah, I am thinking hard. Because all these little decisions are gonna matter later for efficiency. And like, if I put this guy here, you know, and then I move up here to fight Billy, I could have another enemy here. Then it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't want to have him too close to me, and I don't need to go kill him. Most of the time when these cultists come out and put Doom on them, you got to go get rid of them pretty quick, right? But this guy I don't care about at all. I could put him down at St. Mary's Hospital, but anyways. Because what I do sometimes in these games, I put an enemy at a location when I'm playing with Mel and I, and we're like, yeah, let's just put it there, who cares? And then eventually it's in our way, and we should have put it somewhere else. But yeah, anyways. I'll move to Billy. And East Town, oh, here we go. Here's the place I wish I could pull an enemy on top of me using On the Hunt. Here's the On the Hunt play. Action, add 2 supply tokens or ammo tokens to an asset you control. So this is a new one. It's Arkham Police Station. It's also Victory 1, 4 Shroud, 2 Clues. Limit once per game. Add 2 supply tokens or 2 ammo. Man, that'd be cool to throw on the Tommy gun or something, you know? That's a neat one to get. All right, so Billy Cooper is engaged with us now. And then I want to fight him. Yeah, and we're gonna use Gret Wagner here too, I think. If we can get this guy. Gret Wagner is after you defeat an enemy, exhaust her, deal her 1 damage to discover a clue. So I might be able to get with Roland's ability and Gret if I can kill this guy soon. Yeah, yes. Yogi, I didn't even read your chat yet, but I put that together. Do you feel proud? Do you feel proud? I'm figuring it out. Okay, so now we're just going to fight this guy with our last 2 actions. And he's a 5 to fight, but we have +3. So we're +2. +2 total. Yeah. We'll just do the normal fight. +2. I'm not the master. Definitely not after yesterday's playthrough. I am quite a little noob. Oh, -3, we miss. We miss, but he's not he doesn't retaliate. But he will hit us for 2, unfortunately, during the enemy phase. I think. Yeah. Here we go. Skull. Skull is -X. X is the number of Doom on a cultist enemy in play. It's a -1. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's another reason you gotta get rid of Doom on them. Okay, so we hit him for 2. He's not a monster enemy. And he needs 2 more to die, but that's our turn. Unfortunately. So enemy phase. This guy's not moving anywhere. This guy's going to hit us for 2. And we're going to put it on... Let's do 1 and 1. 1 on me, 1 on Lita. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. She'll have her own way to get damage, so... Alright. So this guy's done. He fought me. Reset. Ready up. Draw. Unexpected courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. We're good. Get 1 resource. Put a Doom. Now we're at officially 7 out of 6, which will clear this all away. And I hope this guy doesn't jump on me. Please don't land on me. Please just spawn at a location nearby with clues on it. Please, please, please. What do we got? Oh, we have the boring old guy. Should we just draw the other one and pretend? It's the same loser. But maybe the other one's harder. I don't, yeah, let's just go with it. 442, we found the masked hunter silently stalking. He is a humanoid cultist elite. So he can help us to our endgame. If we defeat him, we can get another cultist enemy in the victory display. Is this guy a cultist? No, he's not. Okay. So this guy's... Oh, yeah, he does spawn engage with us. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I mean, there's a chance I can kill them both. Oh, no, he gets +2 health per investigator. Come on, man. So this guy spawns engaged with prey. Prey is the most clues. He's a hunter. He gets +2 health per investigator. While you're engaged with him, you cannot discover or spend clues. So now we have 2 enemies engaged with us. Not that we need it, but we don't get the +1 damage. Oh, we do need it. Because they're not monsters. Now we don't get the +1 from machete. Oh, no. It was dumb to go after Billy. It was also dumb not to put stuff into the test to try to beat him. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have tried to get him out. That was my bad. I forgot that this guy could do this. But then it could have been a different guy, so... Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is where it all fell apart last time, too. This stupid mass hunter wrecks me every game. Yeah, what do I do? I don't want to get 2 attacks of opportunities from playing this. Do I have to, like, evade them both? Can I even do that? I have only 2 evade, but I have these 2 cards that could help me possibly evade both of them. And oh, I still need to draw an encounter card. Yeah, for sure. But I'm just trying to think it through. Yeah, I might have a 3rd enemy. Could even be worse. Crypt Chill. Revelation test 4 horror. Or 4 willpower, sorry. If you fail, choose to discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Willpower. I really want to pass this. I don't want to get rid of any of these, right? Oh, I just need to evade 1. I just need to evade 1. You're right. Yeah. So then, yeah, because it'll become disengaged right away. Yeah, that's true. Good call. Good call. Okay. Can I kill the mask guy? Possibly. But I need to use 1 action to disengage. So yeah. Evade the bigger, defeat Billy, then proceed. That's exactly how I would do it, Dan. That's what I was thinking. Because this guy I'm more likely to kill because I just need to get 1 successful shot in. I'm going to throw Unexpected Courage, I think, in this. A pity Bob told you to ditch that guts. Yeah, I know. Okay. We'll do Unexpected Courage. So my willpower... No. Man, this is maybe Inquiring Mind. Like, how bad? No guts, no glory. I know. We're gonna do Inquiring Mind. Commit to a skill test only if there's a clue at your location. Yeah, there is. So I am now testing 6 on 4. Willpower test, man. They're the death of me. Oh, this is a -3. -3. I'm only up 2. Yep. So I do fail. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. All right. Choose an asset I control. Man, this sucks. This sucks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I know it all falls apart. It all falls apart. A misplay for me. I should have remembered that this guy could jump on my head no matter where I am. I forgot that. All right. I guess Lita. See ya. Okay. Lita's gone. Lita's gone. All right. So now it's our turn. We're gonna try to evade the big boy here, the masked hunter, and we're gonna test. I want to use this shortcut, but on the same test. But we'll just do unexpected courage. Oh man. No, I don't think I have. Do I have another ally? I don't. No, I don't have. I just have a bandolier, which may look like an ally on camera, but it's a body piece. Like in my head, I think I can find another Gret Wagner maybe, but like I'd rather just get her clue stuff going. Like it's more important, I think, than Lita's +1 to monsters, because I have killed 2 monsters already, and now it's just cultists that I gotta beat. There might be other monsters, but I just gotta play the odds. All right, so I'm gonna try to evade a 4-on-2, which I don't feel good about at all. I could make it a 5-on-2 by playing a shortcut in there for the skill icon, but Yogi will have a heart attack. But that's the only other icon I can play to make it a +3. But like, I don't know. It sucks to throw this away. But like, I really want, the other thing is if I fail, I don't have any other way to get, I'll just be testing 2-on-2. So like, yeah, that's my problem. I'm worried that I'm going to fail this single one, then I have no backup. So yeah, I'm going to put it in. So I'm +3. +3 on the evade. +3 on the evade. But of course, I draw the autofail. Ooh, okay. So I don't evade anybody. I probably actually been better just fighting twice and killing this guy. And then taking his shot. I could still just fight twice and try to take out Billy. Because doing another test 2-on-2 for evading, I can't. So I'm just going to fight Billy. Unfortunately, I'm fighting him only a +1. That sucks too. Yeah, I think I'm kind of like stuck here. And I haven't even got a single cultist to the victory display. So I feel like this is finished me pretty much, like, but I'll keep going. But it's like, this feels really bad. Feels really bad. I can't kill one guaranteed, that's for sure. So I'll just try to evade once more, and maybe a 2-on-2 test I get lucky, and then I can fight this guy. But again, I'm only at +1 on the 5, so it's not even guaranteed. Do I have anything to help me? Not really. I think I have to throw these into fights too. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be really bad, but yeah. Let's just fight Billy Cooper. We're gonna throw in Bandolier. Yeah, we're gonna throw in Bandolier, so we're +2, but I mean that's not guaranteed. We're getting -3, of course, so that fails. Yeah, so now we're just going to try to mitigate the damage against us. I don't know, because we're going to be in this same loop every round going forward. Yeah, I guess I just try to fight again, right? Yep, let's just throw a 45 Thompson in. Yeah. I could play the weakness, your weakness, and be done with it. Okay, this is a +2. So we hit Billy Cooper for 1. And that's it. All right, so we end. We'll do monsters. The Mass Hunter is going to hit us for 2 damage. Let's do 1 here, 1 here, and 1 horror, which we'll put here. And then this guy's going to hit us for 2 damage, which we'll put right here. So we're at 5 out of 9. Okay, he's done. No other enemies doing anything. We're going to ready up. Okay. Then we're going to draw. Crack the case, sure. Then we're going to get a resource. Then we're going to put a doom. We're at 1 out of 8. Oh yeah, we never looked at the next one, right? The minutes pass quickly as your investigation continues. Resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you gathered. So we're at 1 out of 8. We're going to draw from the encounter deck. Hunting Shadow. Peril. Revelation. You must either choose one, spend a clue, or take 2 damage. Well, I don't have a clue to spend, so we'll just take 2 more damage. Yay. Yep, we'll just put it on Gret, and she's dead. See ya. Okay. And then it's our turn. Yes, Falco, I do feel the despair, as if I'm playing an Arkham game. You have to look at your health and sanity resources also, which I do in every game I play. But when what happens is I start thinking like 1 turn ahead in this game, and then I start adding 2 + 2 and putting it into 9 and finding out how much health I have left and adding that together. And then the math just makes my head hurt because it equals end of the scenario. So that's where I'm at. So that's how I think of it as a resource. But yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, definitely is. Keyforge taught me that a lot with Amber Collection. Because whether you forge your final key or not, or no keys, you're just as far from winning, it feels. But yeah, anyways, all right. Let's go with, I guess we just continue the silly because I literally have no evade in hand, so we're just gonna try to fight Billy. This time only a 5-on-5. Yeah, only a 5-on-5. Like, we could have took more on us is what I think you're getting at. But, yeah. Gret is +1 fist, saver. Yeah, I should probably do that for that point, right, Dan? That's what you're saying? Okay, so what does she have on her? 1 horror and 1 damage? And then instead we take 2 more on us. So we're at 7 out of 9, so we're 2 away from death. Okay, yeah, all right. Wish I could have saved Lita for the same thing too, but yeah. All right, so that's gone. All right, let's just fight. We're fighting 6-on-5 against Billy Cooper. Auto fail, so that does nothing. Let's try it again. We'll shuffle the bag up a little bit more. And yeah, nothing on the location. Okay. -3. Okay, that's a fail. Let's do 1 more. Fighting Billy. We're +1. We need a -1, a 0, or a +1. What's the skull? The skull is -X. X is the highest number of doom on a cultist enemy in play. There is none. So that's a 0. That actually does the killing blow to Billy. But we're out of actions for the turn. So we get 1 in the victory display. Yay! Maybe the worst I've ever done on this scenario. Or did we only have 1 last time? Maybe. Yeah. What I'm getting the vibe of, I mean, this stuff happens in every scenario, but I'm getting the vibe that like I am not at the skill level to be playing return to boxes, because I don't play this game exclusively and live in it. And I feel like the return to boxes, just only 2 scenarios in, not even like one scenario and like 5 rounds in. I feel maybe even less than that. 4 rounds in, and I'm already feeling that I'm not as hardcore of a player in this game as someone who the return to boxes are targeted at, especially solo. Maybe a 2, 3, 4 players is probably better, but I'm definitely feeling, especially after yesterday, how that one kicked my butt. This one is even worse, and I don't know if it's just the few changes or it's just my luck. I don't know, or because yesterday's went so bad that then makes today's harder. And that's usually how these work, right? The worse you do, the worse you're set up for the next one. Kind of like Lord of the Rings, Journeys of Middle-earth, how that works. Yeah, that's how I feel. Okay. So, end of our turn. Enemies, we've got the Mass Hunter. He is going to do... Is there a way we keep Gret alive? Yeah, sure. We can take a horror. We can take 1 damage. And we're 1 away from death. And then Gret's 1 away on each stat from death. Okay, he's good. We ready up. Ready up. Oh yeah, we get a clue. Sorry, we get a clue from beating Billy. Because that matters. Most of the time. Okay. Oh yeah, we could have done the Gret Wagner thing, right? After you defeat an enemy, we could have dealt her damage, but then that would mean she's gone right now, and we probably wouldn't want to do that. But I mean, it would be good for victory points, yeah? But then we don't have her help for fighting this guy. So that's also a thing. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that, right? Okay. So we ready up, we draw. Machete, okay. We get a resource. And then we'll put a doom. And we'll draw. Oh, I can't get clues, right? Yeah, I can't get clues, you're right. Because this guy's, it's not you can't investigate, it's you can't discover. Yeah, this guy doesn't even let you discover, which means you can't even take them off with tricks, right? Yeah, this says you discover 1 clue, so I'm not even allowed to because this guy's here. That's awesome. And this one says discover also, so I couldn't do that anyway. So this is great because I have no clues. False lead gains surge. If you have 1 or more clues, test. You have 1 or more clues. Okay, so I don't have clues, so that's surges. Okay, a new card, another new card. Mask of Umordoth, item mask, revelation. Attach to the furthest cultist enemy and place 1 doom on that enemy. If there's no cultist enemies in place, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy, draw it, attach the Mask of Umordoth to it, shuffle the encounter deck, attached enemy gets +2 health. If attached enemy is non-unique, it gains aloof. If attached enemy is unique, it gains retaliate. Yeah, they definitely spiced up the difficulty in here for sure. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna attach this to the furthest enemy, furthest cultist, which is this one. And he's getting a doom. Okay. Attached enemy gets +2 health. Oh, amazing. And he's non-unique, so he'll have aloof. So he's more a pain in the ass. Yeah, they definitely beefed up the difficulty. That is filthy. That's filthy. The aim is to kill the mass hunter and resign. Yeah, I was thinking that, if we can, but I'm sure. And we can resign anywhere, right? Yeah, we can resign anywhere. I do want to play this, though. I would love to play the Dark Pact, but unfortunately, I feel like I would die if I did, so I don't know. I think I'm going to have it in my hand at the end of the scenario. Okay, where were we? That was encounter card. So it's our turn. So unfortunately, super exciting. We're just going to be fighting the Masked Hunter all turn. But I don't feel confident on succeeding. I need to hit him for 6 damage. So I'm only doing 2 a shot. And I'm only +2 on the test. So we're going to start throwing in all of the fight icons we have. Cricket, a machete. But I need more than that. So unfortunately, oh, he's not retaliate, which is good, but still, I don't have a way of evading him if I wanted to try to like buy myself more time. Unfortunately, get down to the hospital and heal. That's not going to happen. So, man, this is tough. This is tough. Okay, let's just get this over with. We're going to fight. We'll throw a machete in on the first one. Why not? Why not? I can't get rid of weakness first. I can't. I'll die. I only have 1 room for damage, and Gret only has 1 room for damage. So that equals me dead, so I can't. Yeah, so this is what like I was thinking of in my head was like, I'm going to take too much damage. I don't have enough room for all this damage, including Dark Pact, right? So that's how I knew I wasn't going to live very long. And why I got frustrated instantly when I drew the Masked Hunter. I saw the future, but it's even worse than what I saw. -3. Oh, we're good, right? Because we had +1 from this, +1 from this, +1 from this. Yeah, wow, okay. So hopefully we just draw -2s or better on the next test. Damage. All right, shake it up good. We're attacking him again with action number 2. Action number 2. Yeah, to evade this guy, he's a 2, and Roland is not good at evading. He only has a 2, because he's a fighter, right? So he needs to have his guns and his ammos and his allies to take the hits. He's like a frontline fighter guy. He's your infantry in this game. He's not your run and hide type of guy. It's not too quick. -2. Woo! All right. If we succeed on this next test, we killed this jerk face and get 2 victory points. Can we do it? And we can get another victory point from clearing off this, I think, with her ability. Right. It all comes down to this. Can I survive a hit? No, I can't. That's what we were just discussing. I cannot. I can't take a hit from this guy. He does 2 damage. I can only take 1 more here. And I can only take 1 more damage on myself. So no. And I don't have allies to put in play or anything or nothing like that. So no heals. No heals. Here we go. It has to be -2 or better. Okay, here we go. It comes down to this. Drum roll. I'm shaking it all up in here so good. I'm also feeling every single token, seeing if I can find some like kind of a braille tentacle or something. No, I'm just kidding. No, even if I found that token and knew what it was, the -3 or -4 is what I would draw. Here we go. -1. Yeah. We got him. We got him. We cut this guy's head off with our machete. And I'm not going to lie, it feels good. It feels good. Get in that victory pile, you piece of crap. I hate that guy. This card, I even had nightmares of this guy when I thought of playing last week's cycle. I remembered this guy haunted me from previous playthroughs. And I just remember he's like the worst thing of the whole Night of the Zealot core set campaign, that guy. If you can kill that guy, he is a whole different game. But that guy like totally wrecks you in this scenario and the next one. Totally wrecks you if you don't have a way to get rid of him consistently. He's just like a little too much health, I feel, for the scenario to be in a tutorial campaign or whatever. Okay, so that's us, and we're gonna use. Oh yeah, we're gonna use Gret Wagner. So we're gonna deal her damage, and that'll kill her. To get a clue, we're gonna get Roland's clue, and then we're gonna look at our hand and see if we're allowed to play. Yeah, we can play these. So we're gonna get 8 resources from our location. After an investigator discovers the last remaining clue at your location is fast and it's free. Investigator location gains a total of X resources, distribute as you wish. X is location shroud. So we're gonna play that once and twice. And I'm gonna make you guys watch me gather 8 resources for no reason at all. Just because it's funny. Because I can. Sucks when you're staring at those cards and all you want is cards with like fight and evade on the side, and it's like, oh. Okay. And I don't have an action to resign. This is the problem. I don't have an action to resign, right? Encounter deck. Okay, so enemies, no, he's not doing anything. Reset. Draw. Oh, there we go. There's reliable. All right. We'll gain another resource. So we'll just put them up here so we can really see them. All right, so we're at 13 resources because we're awesome. Why can't I play both? Is it once per turn? I'm using 2 different reactions, right? Like I'm playing 2 different cards, reacting off the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. Every LCG I've ever played, just you can do this stuff, I thought. Unless it says once per turn or once per, you know, instance or whatever. But yeah, playing like reactions off of the same effect is some of the fun of these games, building a decks to like react off the same thing. Okay, pretty sure. Unless there's like a taboo version of it or something that you're not allowed to do that. All right. So I am, what have I done? I gave my resource, I think. I know I drew my card. Yeah, gave my resource, I think. And then it doesn't matter. Then I'll play, put a Doom out. We're at 4 out of 8. Then I'm going to draw. Dan says, each eligible ability that triggers in reference to a specified timing point may be used once each time that timing point occurs. Yeah. So this is the instance of me clearing the last clue. So I'll react with this one time. Done. And then I'll react with this separate ability one time. What I think the once per turn, Dan, is applying to is if I like if a card like it stops me from using like a hero ability. I mean, he's a bad example because he says once per round. But if this one, it stops me from doing this one more than once. So this is a single instance. After you defeat an enemy, exhaust Gret Wagner, but she exhausts, right? So that stops you from doing it. I don't know. But yeah, I can't find a good example, I don't think. Maybe I have one. Oh, this one, Lita, right? Lita would be a good example. So that rule is to stop you from just using Lita's reaction. So when an investigator at your location successfully attacks a monster enemy, that investigator deals +1 damage. So I can't keep making this fire off more than once. I can only use this reaction one time per that instance happening. Yeah, but 2 separate cards is like 2 separate abilities. So if I had 2 Litas on the table identical, I could use one Lita once and the other Lita, even though they're exact same ability, they're from 2 separate sources, which is totally legit, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the best example I got right here to show with the actual, you know, cards. But that's what that rule that you're reading out is to stop you from doing that Lita thing over and over, like adding +12 damage or whatever if you wanted. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can only proc an ability once per trigger or whatever is what it's trying to do, right? What do I have this in hand for? Oh, this is the guy Drew. This is the guy I drew. Oh, what am I doing here? Did I draw? I don't know what I did. Location. We'll just say it's here, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, down here. So after you spawn Disciple the Devourer, you must either place 1 doom on it or place 1 of your clues. And if the current agenda is not agenda 1, I gotta do both. Oh, he takes a clue. So I gotta place 1 doom on it and then 1 doom on my current location. Or its current location, on its current location. Stupid. Stupid! I can't even spend the clues now to do this thing if I wanted to, just for fun. Okay. Yeah, we had Mr. Rook already. Mr. Rook came out, he did some work, and then died very fast, because that's what the game was doing to us. Yeah, we already saw him. We got to draw from him twice. That was fun, definitely. I like Mr. Rook. But unfortunately, he had to die because we drew the Ghoul Priest as the first card off the encounter deck, and I had to soak up an attack of opportunity to play Lita, so that we could kill the Ghoul Priest nice and easy. Yeah, Jen, I have to resign, right? Because I can't heal. If I could get rid of a couple damage, and I think at the hospital you can do that. But 1 action, 2 action, 3 action, then I'm at the hospital, not doing the action. Then I have a Disciple the Devourer hitting me for 1 and I'm dead. But like, I kind of want to push it, but I probably shouldn't. If I still had those 2 clues, I would spend 1 probably and still spawn a cultist. But I bet like, if I found a cultist that said spend like 8 money and you can get that cultist in your victory display, I would go do that. So yeah, you guys are just saying resign. Okay, I'll just resign. I'll just resign. But yeah, I was just thinking, all right, so I'm going to resign. I'm going to resign. Just let's resign. All right, so resign says, you don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. Okay, so then we go to our app, right? Where's the mouse? This way we get no trauma, right? That's what we're trying to do. Trying to avoid that trauma. Do you have a flashlight? No. Nope, we did, you know. All I have is this, and unfortunately, yeah. We're gonna have to deal with the Dark Pact, which is kind of funny. But yeah. You got half the cultish, that is respectable. No, I didn't. I didn't. Glimpse would draw you 2 cards. Oh, you guys don't want me to resign now? You want to see what happens? Do I have a heal still? Do I have a heal? And if I found an ally... Oh, yeah, I gotta move, right? I gotta move so I don't drop a clue there. Yeah, if I get Hallowed Mirror, right? Okay, so I'll move, right? So I don't drop the clue. The mirror might save me. Okay, we can try that. If I can just get rid of Dark Pact, that's what I'm thinking, right? So what should I do? Should I move? I'll move. I'll play this. Glimpse. Draw 1 card. Shuffle any of a number of non-weakness cards from your hand into your deck, then draw that many cards. Okay. So play this. I draw a card. Then we're going to shuffle Guts and Reliable back in. Sucks that you don't just draw first, but... So I get to draw 2 cards. Let's do a little... Let's shuffle it up. Can we get a magic mirror? Or whatever, a hollowed mirror. Okay. And we're going to mash it together. Now we're going to cut it. Come on. Then we're going to do the same spell I use in Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, which works 1 out of every 10 times. Hollowed mirror. Not a hollowed mirror. All right, next. Hollowed mirror, hollowed mirror. Not a hollowed mirror. I figured out how to make vicious blows come to the top of deck, though. That trick I mastered, but not pulling hollowed mirrors. Now, these would have been nice to have when I had those 2 enemies engage with me. Yes, your video feed looped, Yogi. Your video feed looped. Okay, so now I have 1 action left. I don't have any kind of way to heal. I don't have an ally to put damage on. I can't get rid of the Dark Pact in my hand. I don't want to give up, but 10% of the time it works every time. Yep. So we're going to resign. We're going to resign. So that means I drop my clue here, but at least it won't stop the victory points, right? No resolution was reached. Each investigator resigned or was defeated. We resigned. Continue. No resolution was reached. Read resolution 1. You've managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. You can only hope it's enough. In your campaign log, record under cultist we interrogated, record the names of each unique cultist enemy in the victory display. For the first time ever, I think I've seen the Masked Hunter in there. I don't think I've ever got that before. And we got Billy Cooper. And that's all. I don't see the Ghoul Priest. He's not one, right? So in your campaign log under cultists who got away, record the name of each unique enemy still remaining in the cultist deck or in play. If it's Agenda 1, it is not, it's Agenda 2. Record the Masked Hunter under cultists who got away. No. So now how I have to look in the deck, right? Like I'm only marking the ones that are in the game, right? Like I'm not going to check off all these. So we got Peter. Oh, we did have another new one. We had Alma Hill was in the deck. So Peter Warren, Alma Hill, Wolfman Drew, and Ruth Turner. Okay. Yeah, we're looking at the deck. 6 total, right? Yeah, we did 2 on the first one and 4 on the next one. Check the campaign notes. If the Ghoul Priest is still alive, is the Ghoul Priest in the victory display? Yes, please. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X value for each card in the victory display. So we have 1 from this location, and then we have 5 more from our enemies. So we got 6. 6 points. We didn't get any new trauma or anything. Oh yeah, we got to do the pact, right? The Dark Pact. How does this work? Where did it go? Force. When the game ends or you are eliminated, if Dark Pact is still in your hand, remove Dark Pact from your deck. Okay. And search the collection for the price of failure and add it to your deck. Is that in here? I don't know what I'm looking for, but no. Price of failure. What kind of card is this? Sorry guys, I just have to look it up. Price of failure. Oh, did I already pass it? I don't know. Oh, it's a weakness, but not a basic, right? So where would I have put the... Oh, you know what? I probably have this with the Forgotten Age. Because this was like that little set, right? There was these little sets of them that I kept with that campaign. But that would be in a different box upstairs. I don't think I would have... Yeah, I would have kept it with that campaign because I feel like that's what it goes with. But yeah, I'll grab that after the stream. I'll find it after the stream. No problem, no problem. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's see. So I'm gonna click continue here, and we'll edit our deck on the website. I feel we can do, right? Like we did yesterday. Save. Oh, now it's saving to the website. Yeah. Continue. Done. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to do Return of the Devourer Blow, but right now we're going to spend our XP and look at those upgrade options we were looking at yesterday and figure out where we should spend them. And yeah, we can do it on here. Let me just log in. So this deck is linked down in the video description if you want to open it up and follow along and see some of these upgrade options. I have all the cards that are in here ready and out so we can look at them or figure out how we want to spend 6 XP. And Yogi, I don't know if you have a couple options that we could go, some that, you know, maybe there is really only one way. But if you think after now knowing we're going into the next scenario, and we know what we'll kind of see. We know lots of enemies. We know we'll want to see dynamite and blow up some stuff. So will we want to see grenades too? To blow up some stuff? Let's see. What's the grenades again? Spend 1 supply, fight, +2 for the attack. If this attack is successful, instead of its standard damage, this attack deals 2 damage to each enemy and each other investigator location. So you can't throw grenades to an adjacent location. That's a fail. That's a huge thematic fail. Huh. Unless the ranged word. Is the ranged trait? No, that's not a keyword, right? What am I missing here? You should be able to throw this at an adjacent location or a connected location. Am I misreading it? Not a fan. Because this card basically telling me you just take the grenade and you put it down your pants and hope for the best. That's not how you use grenades. That's not how you use grenades. It says ranged. But it's just a trait. Like, is that what the ranged trait does? Like, I thought traits don't do anything, right? It doesn't have a keyword range. Am I missing something? Is there? Do you have to have a character that has something that works with ranged items? Is there an investigator that actually used that range keyword? Or range trait? I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's see. Yogi's saying option 1, enchant weapon replaces 1 times inquiring mind. I've had worse, replaces 1 time logical reasoning. And extra ammunition for 1 times inquiring mind. Option 2, keen eye. Oh man, if I had a keen eye in this one with the money I had, that would have helped me win some of those fights for sure. That would have been nice. Again, would have been better than charisma. Just kidding. We actually got to use charisma, which I was feeling good about. And then I've had worse. So what is I've had worse? Is that's not in here, is it? You're throwing new cards at me now, right? Okay, let's find out what I've had worse is. I've had worse, 2. Oh, this is from Nathaniel's deck, no? No, it's not. I feel like I played it. No, maybe I didn't. I feel like I played with this card, though. Or does he have, like, the level 0 in his deck, maybe? Or something. No. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. Card reminds me of, like, a card that I saw when I played him, but maybe there's a different, similar card. But the ability seems very, very much fast. Play when you're dealt damage and or horror. Cancel up to 2 just dealt to you, then gain that many resources. Dan says, I'd suggest police badge instead of keen eye. The only thing police badge doesn't start in play, right? Bob says you can add whatever you'd like, but you need to dump that last guts card. No! No! All right, so is it just 2 options? Oh no, now you're throwing more. 4 options. Okay. Let's get the options typed up here, and then we'll figure it out. We'll look at the cards and figure out which ones. So I'm gonna put a poll in the live chat in a minute here once I finish typing them all out. Okay, which upgrades? Okay, let's scroll up here. Option 1, enchant. Enchant weapon. I've had worse. And extra ammo. Man, that won't even fit. This is crazy. Enchant. Yeah, I just got to go 1. All right, we'll do enchant weapon. Then the next one, option 2, keen eye. And we'll look at what these cards are in a minute. I'll put them up on screen, then we can look at it. And then again, I've had worse. And ammo. Okay. Option 3. I'll scroll down and find that. Option 3. Oh, did you just delete your other options? You son of a bitch. Just kidding. It was six resources, or 6 experience. 6 experience. Hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at your numbers. Keen eye 3, 2, 1. What is enchant weapons? Experience. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at the numbers you're putting, Yogi. Enchant weapon is a 3. Okay, so that works. So my suggestion is in 2 copies of I've Had Worse, police badge. Okay, yeah, I can throw your option in, Dan. Absolutely, absolutely, no problem. So 2x I've Had Worse police badge. How much is police badge? Is it just the like level 0 one, or is there a higher one? Let's see here. Oh, there's only one. Oh no, there's a 3. I see. Police badge is a level 2 experience, 2 experience, and just 1 copy. And then I've Had Worse was 2, so that's our 6. Okay, just double checking the XP cost. Oh, okay. Then the last option, yeah, the bar, right? Yeah, okay. M1918 bar rifle. All right, and then yeah, because we're looking to try to survive and like kill Umordoth, right? But again, like I don't know the return to. Like, does it change that all up completely? And the bar is, how much is the bar? I'm just double checking your XP here. The bar is 4, and then the I've Had Worse is 2. Okay. So let me put those 4 options for you guys to vote on in the live chat. Those are still hanging out with us, and we can get our deck ready for tomorrow. All right. So let's go over the cards that are in there. So Enchant Weapon is in the first one. An Enchant Weapon is a spell upgrade, cost 3. It's got some nice test icons on it. Attached to a weapon asset you control by an investigator at your location. Limit 1 per asset. Attached asset gains a relic trait and takes up an arcane slot in addition to its other slots. That doesn't matter for us. Has a reaction when you perform a fight action using attached asset. Exhaust this card, and the owner of this card's add the owner of this card's willpower, which for me it's 3, to your fight for this attack. And it also deals +1 damage. So I assume if you attach this to Machete, for example, just because I was just playing with it, I see it right here. You get +1 for the attack. This would give you +3 because of my willpower, so that's +4. And if it's the only enemy engaged with me, Machete would give +1 damage. Then this would also give +1 damage. So now I'd be doing 3 damage every Machete attack. Or, like if I use my Roll-in 38 special, depending if there's a clue there or not, I can get an insane amount of plus strength and then still be dealing 3 damage. So this not only gives you the buff of +3 on your test, but also gives you another source of damage, which we need sources of damage if we're going to take out the big boy in the last scenario, or all the enemies that are going to appear at the ritual site, assuming that still happens in Return 2. And then the heals is about fighting. So, or the heals is about surviving the attacks. So also, in that first, so that's Enchant Weapon. Then we looked at I've Had Worse. So we're talking about the 2 cost version, which is this card here. 0 cost, fast. Play when you're dealt damage and or horror. Cancel up to 2 damage and or horror just dealt to you. Then gain that many resources. Now the key here is the 3rd pull option has 2 of these included. So if you're really hot on this card, you think we need it really bad, every option has at least 1 included, but the 3rd option in the pull has 2. And then Keen Eye is, where is it? Keen Eye we were looking at yesterday is the card that comes into play at the start of the game, so it's permanent like Charisma, and we can spend 2 resources as a free action to get +1 intellect, or spend 2 resources to get +1 fight till the end of phase. So you can fire this one off a bunch of times. So if we had 4 money, for example, we'd get +2 fight in a jam. So that's Keen Eye. So you're basically looking at Enchant Weapon to make a weapon better, or Keen Eye is the other 2nd pull option basically. Both of them have extra ammo in those 2 first options. So we get a way to put extra ammo on one of our guns. The 3rd option is going for the 2 I Had Worse, and then a police badge, which police badge is right here. You get +1 willpower, and an investigate your location is taking their turn. You can discard police badge to take 2 additional actions this turn. So we could do multiple fights in the same round or run somewhere, or if we're having trouble evading or something, we could get a couple extra chances at it. But yeah, this like goes in play, gives us +1 willpower to help us with the encounter deck. And then when we feel like the time is right, we pop it, throw it away, and get 2 additional actions. But this doesn't start in play. It's only a 1 of in the deck. We may or may not see this at all. But this option comes with 2 I've had worse, which is great for preventing damage and or horror. And then the last option seemed like the whole reason we were playing this deck. The goal is to fit in, according to Yogi's right up here, the goal is to fit in the M1918 bar, the rifle here, which has 8 ammo that goes on it. If we take this option, we only have 1 extra ammo in the deck. I think we took an extra ammo. I think we have that right. Or did we not? No, I don't think we took that, right? Yeah, I don't think we have extra ammo in here. I think it didn't make the cut last night or yesterday. Yeah, I don't see it on the deck list. I don't see it in the deck. So we don't have any extra ammo. So literally the bar comes into play. We get 8 ammo on it. We can spend 1 to 5 ammo to fight. So we'd probably try to spend 5 off it to shoot Big Bertha Mordorth and get +5 fight for the attack. And instead of the standard damage, it deals X damage, which would be 5 damage. Because it's whatever you spend on it. Then we could fight again with 3 ammo, you know, get 2 or 2-4 attacks, you know. And this could have reliable. Is it reliable? Reliable helps it. Where is that card? Reliable is fast. Play only during your turn. Attached to an item asset you control while resolving triggered ability. You get +1 to each of your skill tests. So yeah, technically reliable could help us pass on the skill test too, like to get a really high fight test. Yogi's asking, I like them all. Can we try the last scenario 4 times with each one? I mean, if it goes quick, Yogi, I'll try it again. If it happens where like literally we're gonna fail within an hour tomorrow, because like these scenarios don't take that long, and I feel like the last one's the shortest of them all. Based on my poor performance in scenario 1 and 2, usually leads to a pretty quick number 3. It's possible. Or we just mulligan hard until we find what we put in the deck, or cheat and put it in play, put it in our hand already. So yeah, you guys vote in the live chat. Those are the cards that are in the poll. Look at the options. They all have, I've had worse in there, but one of them has 2. It's basically, do you want the bar rifle? Do you want enchant weapon? Do you want keen eye? Or do you want police badge? That's really what you're kind of deciding on here. But again, a couple of them have extra ammo worked in there. So, you know, maybe you want to be able to load up our guns if we see our guns. Like, who knows if we even see our gun? We only have 2 of them right now. We just have the 38 special and the Tommy gun, right? So we got to see a weapon first, then we got to see enchant weapon and throw it on it. I don't know. But yeah, 4 ways of losing the last scenario, says Velko. So if I were to vote on this, I can't, it doesn't let me, but if I could vote on it, I probably, just because I like to be silly, and I would want to try the bar. I think that would be the most fun one to do. But if I was trying to be efficient and, you know, wanted to make sure we survive long enough and can handle some things, I probably would go keen eye, but keen eye doesn't do extra damage for us, so. But I do love keen eye. There's definitely some power in having a card in play at the start of the game that gives you that ability just to throw money away to get pluses. Like, even if you just need the +1 on the fight, in this scenario we played today, I would have killed to have like just the extra +1 on some of those fights we were doing when we were stuck with those 2 enemies. We would have taken way less damage and would have definitely killed them quicker, and would still be playing probably. So it's too bad, but that's all. I'm blaming all of you yesterday who were here and voted on charisma over keen eye. Yep. But no, I'm just joking. It's all good. Okay, so let's close the poll. Let's close the poll and see where it falls. Let's close the poll. Thank you everyone that voted, by the way. I appreciate it. Even if you don't know the cards that well or don't know, like I love when you just vote to just have some fun. Mess with the players who maybe know what they're doing and know the best option. Have a little chaos in our playthrough. So it looks like the enchant weapon, and I've had worse, and extra ammo little combo, which was option 1 in the poll, got 50% of the vote. Half of the vote went to that option. The second one was the bar. I couldn't convince you guys enough that that would be the sillier option. But if we do fail quick, I don't mind resetting it up tomorrow. We can try it again with the bar as the second option since it won the most, the second most votes. Police badge with 14% and the keen eye. No one wants the efficient, boring play of keen eye at only 7%. Chaos is the best sauce. Yes, yes. You have to have chaos playing this game. You have to. Definitely makes it more interesting. Whether it makes it more fun, I don't know, but definitely more interesting. Okay, let's see if I can make those changes now. Enchant weapon, I've had worse, and extra ammo. And I gotta find out what those are all replacing. Let me go scroll back up in the chat and find. I wish I could fit more text in the poll options and just cut and paste your stuff in, Yogi, so everyone knows what we're replacing too, but they have to scroll up in the chat too. It doesn't let me put that many characters in. Enchant weapon replaces inquiring mind. So I'm going to take out what's being replaced here. That's easy for me. Oh, I got to hold on. Do I have the experience here? Yep, we got 6 experience. So let's do edit. Inquiring mind. Down to 1. And then inquiring mind. Oh, 2 requiring minds are gone. 2 are gone. And 1 logical reasoning. Oh, that had horror heal. No, we need a damage heal. Yeah, we need a damage heal. Okay, so we took those out. Now we're gonna add in. What is it again? I've had worse. Extra ammo. I probably went by some of it already. I'm sorry. I've had worse too. We're looking for extra ammo. Did I pass enchant weapon too? I don't know if I passed it. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just scroll through. Enchant weapon. And extra ammo. Yeah. Let's check our work. See if we had the right math here. We had 6 experience. We spent 6 experience. Everything looked good there. Took out 2 inquiring mind, 1 logical reasoning. I think that's what, yeah, that's what the options were. Now, Billy, I'm about to ban you from the chat for trying to suggest that we add an extra auto-fail token for more chaos and madness. You're sick, man. You're sick. You need help. You need help. Go seek help. You're talking crazy. All right, so I'm going to save this. Roland's pesky rat pub. Oh, did I forget to remove the other guts? Oh, that's too bad. Just kidding. All right, so that's saved. That's saved. Oh, yeah, I got to change my weakness in the deck, right? In there I can do it. Hold on. Edit. I'm surprised that that Arkham cards thing didn't prompt me at the end of every one to try to switch it up, right? Or is it because I don't have it in my deck here? No, I do. So I take this out. Price of failure. Price of failure. I could search for it, but I'm gonna see if I can try to find it. Yeah, I'll try to find this after the stream and add it in. So we got out a dark pack. We add in price of failure. Okay, save. Bob, Bob, I have a question for you. How long into playing Arkham Horror? How many months, years, whatever, days, weeks, before you took all your copies of Guts from your core set and then shredded them so that you never play with them ever? I'm just curious. Like, when did you realize that you hated that card and you never wanted to see it in any of the decks you play the game with? I'm curious. Under character cards. Oh, is that where it is? Oh, okay. I never would have looked there ever. That is I never would have looked in there. That's cool. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you. Happy man. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go clean up this scenario, and I'm gonna go look in the collection for that card. Again, the name of it is The Price of Failure. I'll go try to find The Price of Failure, put it in the deck for tomorrow. And then we'll be back tomorrow, 12 Eastern. Again, same time. Same Arkham time, same Arkham channel. To play the Return. The Return to the Devourer to Blow. Is that what it's called? Whatever they call it now. Oh, Bob says, the day after I bought my 2 core sets is the day he shredded all his Guts cards and said, never. Dan, thank you for suggesting stuff. No, you don't have to thank me for streaming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting involved. Thanks for throwing out suggestions. Thanks for the rules inquiries and all that. Yeah, no, thanks for being here and being involved. I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing too. And Locator says, Bob's copy is a legacy game. The only card he was instructed to destroy was Guts. And you need to upgrade Cut before Guts. Anyways, all right, so we'll be back tomorrow, and we might play it twice, because I have a feeling it won't take that long. Even if it takes like this long, I totally don't mind just swapping some cards out and trying it again. And we maybe have a longer stream tomorrow. We'll just have some fun. Or we win, and like it just works out, or we take our sweet time and we try to actually do it. We'll see. We'll make the call tomorrow after the first run, see how it is. But yeah, tune in for that. You can set a reminder for it. It is down in the video description. In the playlist link. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Share these videos on YouTube and put them in front of other eyes that might be interested in them, and find the channel. If you're looking for other Arkham Horror, the card game, playthroughs and that kind of stuff, check out the video description. There's lots of playlist links there, or check out the playlist section at youtube.com/Rob's Gaming Table. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Thanks again for helping me upgrade the decks. Thanks again. Special thanks to Yogi for building the deck, coming up with the options, spending the time and the effort. I appreciate it. Helps me out a ton. And yeah, thank you all for being here. We'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.